Hello, welcome to Pella Radio. First we got messages, so the first one is from Aldo saying join our new gang. Second one is from Rosie saying hey, all I love you. Third one is from Frenchie saying play pallet games and win big. And the fourth one is from Liam saying thrones on sale 300 each max. That's it for messages. Let's go straight on to the Pallet Brothers. They say join all our groups and you get 50 coins for each one. So join all their groups and they'll pay you. Also tune into my other video where I show you how to make your house look better on Sims 2. So check it out. Okay, now I need to tell everybody who's in the university on iSpaz the timetable this week. So it is RE, IT, Technology, English, Science. I'll repeat that again. RE, IT, Technology, English, Science. That's every day all week. So if you miss a class, you need to rather have a double one or pay 25 coins. We also accept donations on Pella Radio, and I am going to show you the list of people who have donated some money to us. In first place is Ron, who donated 323 coins. Second one is Jessica, who donated 250 coins. Third one is Liam, who donated 100 coins. And the fourth one is Lee, who donated 17 coins. To make a donation, see me, DJ.Ryan, or Aldo. Also, there's a message saying Aldo Pallet is now single and available. So girls, if you want to go out with him, now is your chance. Boys, I don't think so, sorry. Okay, that's it for today's radio, but tune in tomorrow. And feel free to look at my other videos and don't forget to comment. Thanks. Ryan.